Welcome to Flask tutorial. In this session, we'll be looking into how to navigate across the templates, and also at the end of this session, we'll look into how to establish the connection between the Flask application and the MySQL server. Now to start with it, in the previous session, we have created the parent-child relationship between the templates. The parent template was base.html, which was consisting of two blocks, namely title and content. These blocks were overridden in your child templates. The child templates included new client.html and new prod.html, and the relationship between this new client.html and the base.html was established by using the keyword extends, and the blocks those were overridden were title and content. Apart from this, base.html was also including the navigation bar through the HTML file named navigation.html. Now first, let's run this application. Flask run. Okay, let me open this. Here we go. Now to navigate across the templates, for example, for adding the new product, we have added the route namely /add. Okay, and let me just duplicate this. And to move across the client page, or that is to add new client, I think we had was add C. Yes, these were the two routes. We can just cross check over here. Route to add the new product was add, and to add new client was add C. But instead of hard coding this routes over here, or typing those routes over here, we should use this along the links. Namely, what should happen the moment we click on new product, we should go to that page. Alright, but we haven't been redirected because this link we haven't added. Alright, now to add that link, we have to check upon where is this link situated. Now this link you will get it in HTML navigation.html file. Alright, now to add the product, we have the link over here, but right now we haven't provided the link. Now link can be provided in two ways. Either you hard code it. Okay, hard code the link in the sense whatever the route name is, that you write that route. For example, for product it was /add, and to add the new client we had /add C. Over here for client it was add C, so we'll write over here directly /add C. Okay, let's rename this. Instead of writing action, let's say add new client, so that will be visible properly. Now let's refresh this. Alright, so now if you look over here, we are having add new client. Now look along the address over here, we are having add C hash. So we just click over here. Now it got changed. It is, we are directly in the new client.html file. Alright, we have already navigated. Similarly, if we click across products and you click on add new product, you are moving to the new prod.html file. Okay, this is one way, but this way is not accepted. Alright, what if we change the routes? That is the question. In the case we change the routes, and wherever we are using these routes, then we need to change it. So in order to overcome this, instead of using routes, we basically use the functions which we write along the routes. Those functions are nothing but our decoders. So for base.html, not base.html, let's go in sample.py. So in sample.py, where we are having a new prod, alright, .html, or route add, the corresponding function is p_add. Alright, so we copy this and we paste in your navigation. Alright, so we are adding that for new prod. So new prod over here. So we use the Jinja syntax and we use the function URL for. Alright, and you provide the name of the route, but actually we are not providing the name of the route over here. We are providing the name of the function. You can use the double quotes, but if you use the double quotes over here, so it will look little bit it seems that you might have created some error. Okay, so I'm using the single quotes over here. And similarly, I will change it for new client. For new client, a name of the function was cadd. So I copy this, and over here I use the function URL for, and I write down the name. Alright, so you see over here, if I use the double quotes, then it's showing an error. Though it's not an error, it will execute. So what I do, I write this function in single quotes. Alright, so we have changed this part. Now let me provide some space. Even if you don't provide the space, it will work, but this will little bit clear. Alright, now come to location over here, and let's refresh this. Now we are on which page? Product page. So I click on clients and I go for add new client. So here automatically it's taking the route. Alright, so in the case if you change the route, and let's say I give the name of the route as adding new client. Alright, let me save it, let me refresh, let me go to product page, refresh, and again with the clients, and look over here. Though you have changed the name of the route, okay, it doesn't matter, it will redirect to the same page. Alright, so anyways, we keep the same, and that's it for this is how basically we use to navigate across the template. So I rename this back to original name, that is add C. Alright, now after this, before we start with directly database applications, let us first check how you are gonna to install, or how you are gonna to use MySQL, or establish a connection between your Flask application and MySQL server. Alright, I stop the server over here. Let me clear the thing. Okay, now before you start creating the code for that, what we need to do is we need to install the MySQL connector. Alright, now to install the MySQL connector, I'm saying Py because we require that for Python. Similarly, you have PHP MySQL connectors. Alright, now to establish MySQL connector, use the command sudo apt install python 3 MySQL python 3 hyphen py MySQL. My happen to keyboard, yeah, it's working. Py MySQL, just provide the username and password, that's it. Alright, now it has already been installed. For Windows user, you can simply give the command pip install py MySQL. With that, the MySQL connector for Python, or Python MySQL connector will be established on your system or installed in your system. Once you install the system, then you need to add few code. The very first thing is, in your py file, that is in your main file, you need to import the MySQL connector. So import MySQL, import py MySQL. Alright, after importing this, then you need to establish the connection. Now to establish the connection, you need to configure first. Alright, now for configuration, you can give the name any. Basically the name that is given is dbconfig. Alright, and we pass 4 parameters over here. Now this name is not mandatory that you should have only this name, you can give any name. And the 4 parameters what you are providing in the form of a key value pair. The first key being host, who is the host. Second key being user, who is the user. Third being password. These keys are fixed, you cannot change the keys. And after that, the name of your database, name of database. Alright, so as far as this machine is concerned, host is localhost. Username over here is root. Password which I have set up as of now is root @123, and name of database. Now for this application, I have already created one database. Name of database is root @123, and the database which I have created is flask tute, and this flask tute is having only one table, namely mobiles, and in this mobile I already filled with some records. These records I have taken it directly from Flipkart. Okay, so what are the values written over here? Those values I have copied from the Flipkart and pasted over here. Alright, now going with this, so I provide the name of my database over here is flask tute. Alright, now that's it for this session. In the next session, we'll look into how we are gonna to establish the connection and fetch the records from MySQL database. In the case you have liked, kindly hit like and subscribe. Thank you.